If you've been put off by the touristy feel of Little Italy in New York City, travel up to the Belmont section of Fordham in the Bronx, because that is where the authentic Little Italy is. Arthur Avenue, the center, the heart of Little Italy, with all the restaurants, the cafes, the pizzerias, the great smells, the great food, and the people that are just so friendly. The Arthur Avenue Marketplace is home to a large group of neighborhood vendors who settled here 60 to 80 years ago. Mike's Deli is a step back in time where families pass down the business from father to son. And Mike's oldest son, Dave Greco, is the boss of this unique store.
My father started a business in 1947. He started working in this neighborhood and living in the neighborhood. And now here it's 2010. I'm running it pretty much the same as he was running it years ago. The world has changed, but we're still doing business with a handshake for most parts. We call Sicily, they send us pasta with a handshake, oil with a handshake. You know, it's a nice feeling.
Hello, sir.
Mike was born in 1929 in Calabria. Came here to Arthur Avenue, worked the business up to what it is now, and knows everyone.
When you come on Arthur Avenue, you always meet somebody. Maybe you know see this guy at 10, 20 years, you meet on Arthur Avenue.
And we talk about wine, women, and mozzarella.
Different order.
Never in the same order.
Never in the same order. Mike puts together a local radio show on 93.5 FM that airs every Sunday.
You never went to Calabria?
No, not yet.
You better go in Calabria and see what goes on in Calabria.
Oh, yeah?
You think if he goes in Calabria, he can find a nice, beautiful girl?
Oh, sure. Yeah, he's got to have some girl over here.
Every week we talk about what's going on in the neighborhood, if there's any special events. So we try to take a big part of the community. If you don't invest back into your neighborhood, you don't have a neighborhood.
I call this place il posto per l'incontro.
The place to meet people.
You know, I wrote a movie called A Bronx Tale, and I talk about 187 and Belmont Avenue, and Dion and the Belmonts was before me, and then I'm after Dion, and we try to keep the neighborhood alive, and it's a great place to be.
I'm Deli in the market, and for me, Mike Rella, who's the president, Patsy Boyano, who helps run the market, the three of us, we try to run the market at a level where we have that old school feeling. You don't walk in this market and it's white glove, but there's something special about walking in the market.
Happy birthday to you!
David works hard to strengthen the sense of community in the market and in the neighborhood.
You don't just open your door and go to work every day. You walk in, you're in the market, you have 10 merchants together. It's like a family. St. Barnabas Hospital, every day when the children are having babies, we send the mother and father a lunch and dinner.
It's a pecorino cheese spread next.
Neighborhood regulars love the staff. David knows how to combine ingredients and has been prominently featured on the Food Network as the Italian food expert.
How about I make a sandwich and you come help me eat it?
If you make it, I'm going to eat it.
That's the prosciutto cotto, mangia. Most famous, Chazz Palminteri, a Bronx Tale. We call this one a Bronx Tale.
I grew up here, and it's the best food in the world.
This is the one we made for Emerald. A lot of garlic on it and mushrooms, hot capicola and peppered ham.
I ordered a panini with prosciutto, fresh mozzarella, tomatoes.
Look how thin that is, mangia. Truffle butter, hot sopressata, prosciutto di Parma. Taste that, Sean. Taste that mozzarella we just made.
I love this job. It's art.
Today you're getting firsthand a lesson how to make the best mozzarella.
The best.
You know the first time they made mozzarella? Cleopatra was in trouble. Caesar sent Mark Antony to pick her up. And in the Nile, they were walking with the water buffalo. I know you don't believe me, but it's true.
Go ahead.
They were expressing milk into the Nile, and this curd was formed. My father always said, when you make the cheese, you have to be passionate. You have to make love to the cheese. You have to care about what you're doing. Then we had our secret recipe, Bronx tap water. Anybody out there thinks that they have better water than the Bronx is nowhere better. Growing up with my father, his nickname was Mussolini. He'd say, let me see the nails. You have to show them. If they weren't good, you got it on top. You have to envision creating a dough, and you're doing it under boiling water. Cooking is cotto. Recooked is a ricotta. You eat fresh ricotta?
Yeah.
See, Charlie, we taught you something today. So now to make a fresh mozzarella, you create what they call la faccia, the face. And now your hands never go on top. At this point, my father calls this la gumara. the girlfriend, not the wife. You and I don't have this problem. And why he says you got to call agumara? Because you have to be very gentle but firm. And look how beautiful the mozzarella. Look, Charlie, see how this shines?
And just one more story about the woman who inspired Mike's famous rice balls.
The woman used to live on the 5th floor. She used to come and we used to put the shopping in a bag and she used to pull it up with a rope. The bag would come back down and she'd have a few rice balls for us. So we want to see your reaction. Mangia un arancini.
O sole mio, sta in fronte a Charlie, sta in fronte